My name's Aaron, welcome back to my channel. How are you? Today I'm viewing Prada Luna Rossa Black, £53 for 50ml. The notes are bitter orange and lavender, clary sage and spearmint, ambrette and ambroxan. Prada, I would imagine, absolutely is going to be an excellent formulation, and I imagine it's going to have all its regulatory paperwork. And what I want to say is, if you pick up a box and it hasn't got any of the information on the back, put it down. It's unsafe and doesn't comply with any regulatory information. And what can you do about this? Because I think that we should make the fragrance industry much more fair across the board. I personally think that you should be contacting trading standards and ask them to remove the fragrance from sale. It is not compliant. Do we have our fragrance samples? Are we engaged with our higher selves? Let's get testing. Now, ambrette seed is a really interesting raw material. I haven't used it yet, and it's herbaceous and slightly is sweet, and also a bit herbaceous, but it's not been using this. They're using the ambrette musks in this, and ambrette musks are sweet, powdery, slightly floral, smell very elegant, and are used quite heavily in French perfumery. This I like very much, and I love clean linen fragrances, sort of just sweetened slightly. There's a lovely coumarin in there, and vanillin and the ambrette musks, and quite a few combinations of musks. This is excellent and would absolutely be safe and legal. There is a slight greenness coming through, like a geraniol quality to the compound. Herbaceous notes on the dry down are particularly very well done, and this is a skill in learning how to do very sweet fragrances juxtaposed against greenness, juxtaposed against sort of like herbaceous naturals. This is just such a skill of the perfumer, and this has been done in this. And this is really beautifully elevating, stable and just clean. It's just beautiful vanillin and ethyl maltol in there, just a perfect amount to give sweetness and support. And it has a fantastic backbone of Icy Super and musk, so this is really robust, really clean, sweet and projecting. I think when big houses really excel at doing something really classic and fantastic for like £50. Onto my final thoughts. I love this very much. I think it's excellent. I think it's sweet, slightly musk orientated, clean, stable, with a few herbaceous notes, but not too much to be sort of jarring at all. The greenness is a slight vetiver sort of combination in there, and sort of some patchouli and wood notes at the base, but not enough to feel you have to think about it or about what's going on. It just sort of is just a really nice day fragrance. And this is the thing I've noticed actually in a lot of classic men's fragrance, they tend to be vanilla-y, sweet and powdery. And that's one thing I found particularly interesting on this journey, is I'm now adapting my personal range to what you guys like, absolutely, because this is just so new to me. It's ethyl vanillin and ethyl maltol, obviously, and ethyl vanillin smells of ice cream, and it's used as the flavouring within ice cream, and combined with ethyl maltol gives a slight powdery feel to it. Vanillin is not so ice creamy actually, but if you smell something it smells like vanilla ice cream, then it's ethyl vanillin in this. The musk is just so good in this. It's just so supporting. I can detect it because I can smell sort of like ceramic or tannin or candle wax. That's how I want to describe musk to you, but they do so much more within a formulation. So I'll go through my marks with you. This absolutely worth the money. Phenomenal, brilliant, safe, long-lasting, brilliant modern perfumery. It's just so well done. I mean, you can't beat ethyl maltol, ethyl vanillin, coumarin, Icy Super, musks, and a few raw materials. And this I think is excellent because it smells simple, but it's massively complex. To me, the dry down, if I was to sort of sum it up, is very vanilla-y, ethyl maltol, backed against Icy Super and musks. So it's quite vanilla-y, So if you love vanilla-y sweet fragrances, then you will love this. Trace amounts of sort of herbaceous notes to make it sort of feel masculine. A little bit of cedarol in there. That's what I'm detecting. Cedarol's a really nice raw material. I really like this, and I think the price is really, really fantastic. And I'm going to mark it an 8 out of 10 because I think it's excellent for the money. Phenomenal modern perfumery. How would I improve upon it? I would smash in the naturals into this, absolutely ramp it up, but the price would go up massively actually. So trailing off a little bit, I think 8 out of 10 is perfect. Lovely day scent. This is suitable for, I'd say, lighter skin types because my skin is quite dark and doesn't really latch on to fragrances very easily. But I know that on lighter skin types, this would last fantastic. This is a day scent, this is a signature scent, it's a non-thinking, easy, safe fragrance. But you're sort of left with sort of vanilla and ethyl maltol and musk and icy supernal, sort of everything else is sort of trailed out. And that sort of tells me that it's primarily aroma chemicals. But for this sort of price, it's just sort of excellent. So I hope you loved that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of dancing hands and lots of reviews. I hope you're staying safe and well, and I'll see you soon.